Indeedy.
I have no idea what we're getting into in this one.
It's about that time.
No idea.
Brown bag special, the mystery review. Third time we're doing this.
Bottom shelfers, man. Bottom shelfers. We're going to be bottom feeders today.
Hello and welcome to Brolic Whiskey. If this is your first time tuning in, please hit that little subscribe button down below. If you're never seen one of our episodes about these brown bag specials, basically, this guy, what's your name?
Just Mike.
I'm Metahuman Dave. He goes out and buys a whiskey. Doesn't tell me anything about it, including price point. It could be bottom shelf. It could be mid-tier. Maybe he throws in an expensive one at me once in a while. I don't know. But it's a mystery whiskey. Don't know anything about it. We're going to review it, sight unseen. We will make the reveal at the end after our third tasting.
I've seen it. I just don't know what the hell I bought. So
I try not to.
Here's the cap. A little fancy cap here. I'm covering up the price on the top here, Dave.
Okay.
That's a little fancy cap. Look, a little ornate, right?
All right.
It's still a twist off.
You're kind of giving away hints there, buddy, but
hey, you know how that works around here. This brown bag special thing is a little surprising at times. Let's try this out. Color doesn't look bad.
As he's pouring that whiskey, we are doing a Angel Share dropper giveaway.
Wow.
At some point during this video, we will ask you a question. That'll be your entry. So wait for it. Don't just skip ahead.
You know, it has a nice color to it.
It has a decent smell to it. You know,
it's not bad. A little bit on the, I don't know, alcohol-y side to me.
Being that I don't know what it is, I'm going to try to decipher. I'm torn between a couple of different types of whiskey because it smells faintly sweet.
Yeah, it's like sherry, right? Which would explain some of the color.
I don't know about sherry.
No, you don't think so?
Maybe. See, it's actually rather citrusy, so at first I was going to say that I thought it was a Scotch, but now I'm thinking it might actually be an Irish whiskey. I don't think it's bourbon. And watch it be bourbon. All right.
I'm not so sure either. But then again, you're a little bit more refined than I am. It's a little bit too of the alcohol for me. A little bit on the artificial side. Like rubbing alcohol, kind of chemically.
A little.
It has some sweetness, which it might be an artificial sweetener in there.
It can't be.
I don't know, man.
It can't be. Unless it's a rye whiskey where they can add whatever the hell they want, 2.5% of it. This is not rye.
Oh no. So it's real thin.
Mm-hmm.
It comes and goes. No real big punches anywhere. Pretty flat line. But I get a lot of rubbing alcohol. Yeah. Not super pleasant.
I don't get rubbing alcohol, but it is extremely thin.
Yeah.
It does not last. It's like, oh, there's kind of a little bit of a sweet note. Oh, it's already gone. It evaporated.
It tastes really cheap.
This is definitely 40% because that's legally the lowest amount you can have.
Oh, that's interesting.
I am assuming that this is about a $15 bottle off the initial sip. That's my guess so far. I have no idea what it is, though. Now I'm getting a little bit more of the harsher alcohol fumes.
Yeah, to me it's a little bit kind of rye-ish to me.
You think so?
Well, to me that bite that I usually get from rye, it's kind of biting me.
What's your score?
Yeah, this isn't very good. I'm gonna throw it down there at the 3.5 mark. Yeah.
You're a little nicer than me. 3.1 was what I was planning.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're a little nicer. We're pretty close.
I'm kind of interested in the price point now.
Let's hook me up with a little more so I can go on to the next one, which this is where we use our dropper. We're going to add a drop of water into each of our glasses and see what happens with the additional water. You just saw the price, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
All right. I only did one, not 2 drops today because this was already pretty damn thin.
Well, we're also pretty low. It's not really a full pour.
It did bring out a little more caramel.
To me, it brought out a little honey.
Okay. But either way, it brought out some sweetness.
Yeah.
So, will this be one of those rare occurrences where we actually enjoy it more with water? We'll find out. But Mike, do you have a question for the viewers for their second entry into this giveaway?
What I would like to know, since we are doing these brown baggers, what whiskey have you guys found that's less than $30 that has actually surprised you and you're willing to let us know so we can review and share with the world? We will use your name when we do this.
So would you say the most underrated, under $30 whiskey is what you're looking for?
Underrated under 30 is a good way to put it.
Okay.
Underrated under 30.
Answer that down below, what it is and why you think it's underrated. That's how we'll know whether it's copy and paste.
Gotcha. Gotcha. You're good at this. I'm telling you. Judge, jury, executioner. I like the smell of this. I'll be honest with you. This is a pleasant smell. It does smell thin though. Like even the smell is doesn't stick with you.
Well, I agree with Mike. It's a little thin, but it did bring out some sweetness, which is more enjoyable. I don't know what his opinion is. I'm going to jump the curve here and say I actually like it better with the water.
It is, because it took out the bite to me. That bite is gone now.
It's not a lot, but it brought out just a little bit of sweetness, which I didn't get on the neat. So, with that being said, I'm going to add a second drop, but give my score off of the one drop.
Well, do me up.
And I'm going to say that with this, I bring it up to 4.4.
I wouldn't go that high.
It's decent.
It is decent, and I'm going to a 4.
Okay.
It helps it. It doesn't make it impressive.
No.
So, you know,
The
this
second
is,
drop made it way more astringent for me. Like, now it just smells like isopropyl. Like,
oh, yeah. That really turned it bad.
stick to one. Stick to the one drop.
And we're moving on.
So, if you are a new viewer, we always taste everything 3 ways. Neat, with a drop of water, and then now, not in a rocks glass, but a Canadian Glencairn glass. So we taste it 3 ways, give you a score for each of those ways. If you're liking what you're seeing, and you would like to see more videos like this one, then hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell icon though, so you get notified of our uploads. We upload 2 videos every single week. Is that weird or what?
Do you want to hear what I smelled?
I want to hear it because you always come up with weird stuff.
Popcorn.
I wish mine smelled like that. I'm getting used tire.
All right.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
I
not
don't
getting.
get it.
I'm not getting popcorn.
No, I got popcorn.
No, used tire.
I didn't
Take
get
it from
used
the
to-
guy who worked with rims and tires for 5 years or so.
I went to all the Marvel movies.
Oh, that's so bizarre. I'm like a little nervous to even try it.
Yeah, this is strange. I would be excited though if mine tastes like popcorn. Nothing. Nothing.
I wish I got nothing.
Now, honestly,
If I was drinking this at home, I would not go in for a second sip. But because I'm a reviewer and I have to give you guys my opinions and score, unfortunately, I'm going to take a second sip to see if I can pull any notes out of it other than gross.
it's pretty bad, but I really don't get anything that. Yeah, this is plain. There's no bad flavors really. It's just ice. I taste ice. It almost like it just turned into a glass of ice water.
Second sip wasn't as bad as my initial sip that I had.
I don't know. This is nothing.
That first sip was rancid.
Yeah, I wish I could. Maybe it's a little bit medicine-y to me. But other than that, yeah, it's nothing. I'm taking it down to like a 2. It's not completely gross, but
It's still bad.
pointless.
If it tasted like my initial sip, it would have been a 1.
Okay.
It was just undrinkable. Because I gave it a chance, it's still bad. It's still bad. It's just not what I consider undrinkable. It's just bad tasting. 1.9.
Gotcha. I can't really disagree with it. So this one really was not a success. This
No.
might be good for mixing
Yeah.
or cleaning. Maybe you want to pour this in your toilet and clean out the toilet with it.
We both did seem to like it a little bit more with the 1 drop of water.
Yes.
Let's see the reveal, the sexy, sexy reveal. Why did I choose this one?
Come on.
R&R, Rich and Rare Reserve. Okay, Canadian whiskey. That's why I was a little confused on the smell.
You nailed the 40%. And I had to look because you threw it out there real quick. He nailed the $15.
$14.99.
$14.99.
That's a win in my column.
$14.99.
Distilled in Canada in small batches and aged patiently in hand-picked oak barrel, Rich and Rare Reserves delivers a distinctive smoothness and unparalleled elegance. What?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't have either one. Doesn't
No.
It's not smooth and it does not have elegance. Rich and Rare Canadian whiskey. Pass.
Walk away.
Hard pass.
Walk away.
Bye-bye.
Unfortunately. There's $15 I won't ever get back.
So hopefully you guys did not miss the question that Mike asked for your second opportunity for the entry into our Angel Share Dropper giveaway. But, you know, these mystery reviews are fun. Whether they taste good or bad, it's fun trying to decipher them. So hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you did, give us that little thumbs up. If you've ever had Rich and Rare, let us know what you think of it. Clearly, we're not fans.
Yeah, and how much you regret that decision.
Outro!
Chopsticks!